Hello friends, this is AlfredK here coming to you live from Washington DC. Thanks for watching the AlfredK Perspective. Well, today I just said I should stop by Washington DC to take a look at what's going on. For now, the city is kind of quiet. There's no riots around right now, and the police are in full control. The Secret Service are in full control, so I'm not seeing any riot right now. As you can see, the monument area is kind of all shut down with a long fencing, and only a few people are passing by right now. I guess because today is a normal work week. Thank you for watching the AlfredK Perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and also you can like my page on Facebook, Independent Political Analyst Media, to get more content from AlfredK Perspective. I hope you are enjoying the show. You are enjoying my broadcast so far. So today what I want to do, I want to go around and take a look at some of the monuments that the rioters are trying to destroy. I'm going to go around the World War Memorial Monument, and also I'm going to go to the Lincoln Memorial. You know, seeing it on TV is one, but when you go and see it in person, it's very important, because these are the history of the United States, and it's not good for anybody to remove those monuments. But finally, President Trump said he's going to pass an executive order which will stop rioters and anarchists from destroying or removing the monuments. Like I said the last time in my show, removing monuments will not solve any crisis or any social crisis. There is also laws in the books, federal laws in the books, that already protect monuments. They just need to be reactivated. They just need to take action against such people that are destroying monuments in Washington DC. And thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. My first interview with Larry.
This is the World War II monument, and my father fought in World War II. So I like this monument. But the monuments that was put up because of the Civil War, those people were traitors to this country. So they want to keep those monuments up. But why? They celebrate hate. They celebrate me being a slave to them. So the monuments that they take down, I don't know everyone that they take, but the ones that are about hate and not about the American way, they have to remember those monuments were people who betrayed the United States. So I think they should take those down, but not all of them. Some monuments are good, some monuments are meaningful to us. We have a monument of Martin Luther King over there. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. I don't want to see that come down.
That's for sure.
But the Confederate soldiers, those who have slaves, they say one thing and then they practice something else. And they back it up with what they do.
But what do you think about the Lincoln Memorial? You think Abraham Lincoln played a great role in the United States?
From my understanding, Abraham Lincoln did what he did because he had to. He didn't do it necessarily because he wanted to, but that was his best way to win the Civil War. And for us, I'm glad there was Emancipation Proclamation. For that part, I'm glad. But I don't know that he did because he wanted to do it. He did it, I think it was a political move for him.
Okay. Thank you very much. Final question. Do you have any message for the African American community that feels that, they don't have a place in the United States, like things are not going well for them? What's your message for the black community?
My message is, I was born in this country. My father fought for this country. My brother fought for this country. This country is my country too. Just because someone wants to think he is better than me, that does not make him better than me.
That's right.
We will come here the same way.
Yeah.
He's just of a different skin color.
That's right.
Because of the way things have happened. But that does not make him my superior. And I will never believe it will make him my superior.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, okay?
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Once again, as you can see behind me is the White House, and it's a lot of security at the White House. for now, it is all closed to visitors. Visitors cannot visit the White House right now. Before, you can go up close to the White House and visit, but because of the rioters, they've built they've built like a little fence. They've built like a fencing around the White House. Let me move out of the way so you can see that's the White House. You have the Secret Service agents that are securing the White House. I'm really hoping that they do a good job to protect the White House, because the White House has always been a no-go zone for so many people, you know. So this is it. Hi guys, I'm on my way. I'm walking towards the World War Memorial, which represents all the 50 states and the good men and women that fought hard during the World War and also in other various wars. Their names are engraved on the walls, and it's a very sacred place. Well, hi guys, I'm back. I'm almost here at the Lincoln Memorial. Guys, this place, when things were normal, this place will get millions of visitors for the year. This is one of the most visited spots in Washington, D.C. The Lincoln Memorial is a very busy place. People always come here with their families, whether they are from out of state or whether they live here locally. I mean, it's just a beautiful view. When you go all the way up there, you can be able to see the Washington Monument and the reflecting pool. A lot of famous events has been held here. A lot of famous events has been held here, like inaugurations, like the Martin Luther King speech. All those events has been done around here. It's a very significant area in the Washington, D.C. So right now we have security that are guarding the place. And as you can see, so hang tight. You are watching the AlfredK Perspective on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going up, climbing the stairs. So guys, I'm here. I'm walking in. This is the Lincoln Memorial. See, it's a huge statue. It's sitting on like this huge carved stone chair. If you can read the inscription up there, it says, "In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom we serve, the union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is entered forever." So guys, I'm walking in the hall of the Abraham Lincoln Memorial. I'm live, and there's the ceiling. It's very beautiful. Beautiful decoration. Alright guys, we're gonna We're going to try to read what is written up there. It says, 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now, we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that nations might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men living and dead, who struggle here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little not no long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. So that's it, guys. That's the writing on the wall. You got to read the writing on the wall, guys. So Abraham Lincoln was one of the presidents of the United States, and he was the one that signed the Declaration of the Abolition of Slavery. He's the one that did the emancipation documents for freeing the slaves. So I don't think anybody should be mad at him, because everybody have their own perspective. But I think he did a good job when he was president. Okay, Linda, where are you visiting from?
I'm from Georgia,
Okay.
and I'm actually from Canada, so
Okay.
I'm a Canadian.
Oh, nice.
Living in Georgia, visiting Washington.
Nice. Well, thanks for stopping in the Washington, D.C. area. What do you think about the current state of the nation regarding the protest? What's going on? I know it's something
It's
difficult
sad.
to handle.
It is. It's very sad,
Yes.
very disturbing,
Yes.
and a country divided. I don't know who said it, but a country divided,
Cannot
can't
stand.
make it, cannot
Yeah,
stand.
we cannot stand.
And the country really feels divided right now.
I believe so.
And it's across many, many lines,
Mhm.
because there's the obvious black-white line, but there are Oriental people being abused as well. It's just all over the place.
It's all over the place.
I live in a little town in Cartersville, so I'm very protected from it all.
Definitely.
But I'm not far from Atlanta, so,
I know, right? It's kind of very close
so it's
too.
very scary, yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the because they show on TV people trying to bring down monuments. What do you think about that? Because these monuments are places where we all come to visit with our family, whether you're from out of the country or you live within, you want to come see these monuments. But some people say some of them are a symbol of hate. What's your perspective?
Well, there was so much hate. Most people can't really understand that history because we haven't lived it. And I can't understand that sort of a racial hatred that's there on both sides, really. And I certainly, I appreciate their sensibility, but from another country, I think it's sad to lose the history, because that's all we have are the pictures of the history. You know, definitely time to bring history to light, and what, you know, it wasn't a good time. But, you know, the history, the statues of the people, they were just as heroic as anybody. Fighting for whatever cause. It wasn't the right cause, but you know, they were fighting for their cause and giving their lives, just like so many soldiers.
I wish we all could see it in that perspective, because people got a different view, you know, especially the young generation. Some of them don't even know the true history of all these things. So anger, to me, anger doesn't solve the problem. Then finally, Senator Tim Scott, he put out a proposal for the police reform, but they take it to vote and the Democrats refuse to vote on it. What do you think about that? You think the Democrats are really ready to solve the police reform?
Well, I must admit, I try not to pay too much attention to American politics, because it's
It's crazy.
it's rife with dissension, let's put it that way. Not that my own country is too much better, but it has to start with the police. It won't start with the civilians. It has to start with the police. So hopefully something will
They
change.
get something done.
But
Well,
I don't think the near future is good. So let's just hope that in the long run we come out all right.
yes. Well, thank you very much, Linda.
Thank you,
I really
Alfred.
appreciate you. Okay.
No problem.
My
Thank
name
you,
is
Alfred.
Alfred. My YouTube name is AlfredK Perspective.
Okay.
So I'm new to the YouTube. Originally, I'm from West Africa, but I want to be part of the discussion that is going on, because I don't want to just sit down and act like I don't care, because I'm a U.S. citizen.
That's right.
So I want to get involved and voice out my opinion. Thank you very much, okay?
You're welcome, Alfred.
God
Thank
bless you. All right.
Gatorade, cash, cap, ass, Venmo, Apple Pay, I take it off.
Ice cold water.
All right, guys, we have somebody here who is he's protesting.
Nice ice cold
He
water.
has his message written on the board, so you don't need to ask him nothing. All you gotta do, just read his comment, just read what he wrote on his board. His message he's trying to put out. So I'm gonna read it for you guys, what the message is trying to send.
Ice cold water, guys.
He said it's time to take back America. The greatest act of patriotism is to vote.
Water, Gatorade, take cash,
Without a
cap,
vote, you
Venmo,
have no
Apple
voice.
Pay.
Without a voice, you have no freedom. We have a president who divides the country, inspires hate, and encourages racism and intolerance. His failure to lead during the coronavirus
Ice cold water,
crisis have cost the lives of thousands of Americans. He disrespects and embarrasses us by treating the office of the president like a pathetic reality TV show. He acts like a spoiled brat. He ignores the Constitution and puts himself above the law. He is a coward.
Water,
He is a
Gatorade,
fool.
take cash, cap,
He is
Apple
unfit to
Venmo.
lead our nation. It is time to take back America. All of us who cherish democracy and believe in the values upon which this country was founded must take a stand by voting Donald Trump and cowards in Congress who support him out of office. Let's make America great again. Well, guys, this is this gentleman's perspective here. So, like I say again, everybody has their perspective. This is his perspective.
Ice cold water.
I believe most of you out there, your perspective is also different. But this is his perspective, and he has the right to put out what he thinks and his perspective. I thank you for watching. I just have to show you this, guys. God bless.
Ice cold water, guys.
Well, once again, this is it from AlfredK perspective. Guess what, guys? I just did my first interviews today. I interviewed two people. The first one is his name is Larry, an African-American man, and also my second interview was Linda. She's from Canada, but she lives in a small town now in America, and I'm so excited. I'm able to interview two people live. So you will tell me how I did. This is my first interview. Please let me know in the comment section how I did, And like I say, pray for me that I will continue to do great work and great content. Guys, remember guys, it takes boldness to come out here and start asking questions to people. But so far so good. I didn't ask that many people, but I asked about 2 people, and they give their perspective on what's going on today in our nation. So thanks for watching the AlfredK Perspective, coming to you live from Washington, D.C. Right now I'm at the Lincoln Memorial. This is where I'm going to wrap it up. Regarding the monuments, I see most in Washington, D.C., the monuments are very important in the city, so this one is protected, and I believe many more monuments will be protected. That way they don't destroy them, because a lot of people have to come out and see these monuments. As I'm talking to you right now, there are people taking photos, graduation photos, so it's a very nice place to come. You know, my advice to the young people, let's try to move forward and stop digging at the past. The moment you start digging at the past, you're just going to get hurt more and more. Let's try to move forward with reconciliation and trust God that everything will be all right with us. So thank you for watching the AlfredK Perspective. This is it for my visit to Washington, D.C. today. Hopefully, I will go to more places and show you guys a little bit. But this is it. Thank you.